In this DD 2018 session, Game Grumps Leighton Gray breaks down the research and approaches used to make Dream Dead a success. Gray contextualizes the current cultural climate by deconstructing the art movements of the 20th century and explaining how to effectively utilize memes and internet culture in one's own game. It was an insightful talk that's definitely still worth watching, so developers should not miss the opportunity to do so now that it's freely available on the official GD YouTube channel. In addition to this presentation, THEGDC Vault and its accompanying YouTube channel offers numerous other free videos, audio recordings, and slides from many of the recent game developers conference events. And the service offers even more members-only content for DD Vault subscribers. Those who purchased all access passes to recent events, like DD Vault, already have full access to DD Vault, and interested parties can apply for the individual subscription via DD Vault subscription page. Group subscriptions are also available. Game-related schools and development studios who sign up for DD Vault Studio subscriptions can receive access for their entire office accompanied by contacting staff via THEGDC Vault Group subscription page. Finally, current subscribers with access issues can contact DD Vault technical support. German computer graphics graduate student Christoph Schied has released an open-source version of THEQUAKE engine that uses nude, Vulkan ray tracing tech and other tricks to pull off fully dynamic illumination, and it's something worth seeing. This is a great example of what cutting-edge tracing and path tracing tech can do, and devs curious to see how it works can check it out on YouTube. Watch a video analysis of the project, embedded above, recently published by Digital Foundry. According to Schied, this version of QuakeSecond can add to VKPT. For QuakeSecond Vulkan path tracing relies on Vulkan's relative in-mood, hardware-accelerated ray tracing features to run Quake at nearly 60 frames per second with real-time full ray tracing and dynamic lighting. Q2VKPT makes use of a variety of techniques to adapt computationally expensive methods previously only used in the movie industry to games. Writes Schied on the project's website. Using path tracing for fully dynamic lighting allows for a lot more detail in the shading of game scenes, naturally producing complex interplay of hard and soft shadows, glossy material appearances, and perspectively correct reflections everywhere. Moreover, light can naturally flow anywhere, tying the scene together in the ways we would expect from the real world. Traditional approaches like pre-computed lighting are coarse. Real-time raster approximations could never interactively reach this detail at a comparable resolution, since full storage of this lighting information would exceed any memory bounds. For loads more technical details about how Schied pulled it off, as well as an explainer about how path tracing differs from ray tracing, and why you should care, check out his website. This interview is part of our Road to DF series. You can find the rest by clicking here. Its paper guy takes the player to a cute paper world, encouraging them to cut whatever they see as they explore. As they do, they will find countless adorable secrets, as well as solve the game's silly cutting puzzles. Paper Team, creators of the Best Student Game-nominated title, sat down WTH Gamasutra to talk with us about the challenge of choosing what you could cut in a game of cutting paper, how they worked to reward the player for being curious, as they wanted, and what thoughts went into making the game appealing to children and first-time game players. We are the Paper Team, a group of 6 game development students. We made its paper die in about 3 months as the final project, For our first year of a master's degree at the management, the Angemin is a French public school located in Angoulême at the heart of the Majlis campus, a cluster of renowned higher education establishments. The paper team includes Thomas Giro, programmer, Molo Dumiter and Jonas Dutuukuat, game designers, Jane Pragent, 2D artist, Mark Inciso, sound designer and composer, and Matthew Renard, project manager. We had all made some small games during game jams at Farfan. Beauty's Paper Guy was the first game of this scope we'd ever worked on. One of our master's degree's particularities is that it gathers people from all kinds of backgrounds, which makes for a very interesting group dynamics with many different perspectives on everything. For example, Jane Pragent, our artist, studied game design as well as art before the engagement, which helped a lot when discussing design issues. The two game designers studied film, and Jonas Dutuukuat even worked in film for several years, which shows in the amount of work that went into the cameras of the game. The project started as a simple rendering test made by Thomas Giro, with the help of his brother Ivan. Thomas wanted to see how scanned paper drawings would look in a game world. It happened to look very promising, so that he wondered what could be done with those paper elements, and that's how the cutting mechanic appeared. He released a very short prototype on itch.io, and many people seemed to have fun with it. A few months later, the paper team gathered around our shared interest for the main mechanic, in which we saw a lot of potential to lead to an interesting and unique game. Its Paper Guy was developed in Unity, using Wise for the sound, and Cinemachine for the cameras. The assets were made with Photoshop, and the animations with TV Paint. We knew from the beginning that we had a game world made of paper, and that an interaction involved cutting the paper elements of this world. One of the first design decisions we had to make was about the limits and constraints of this interaction. What can be cut? Can we cut everything? No matter how fun it is to be able to cut everything, we knew we had to set some rules in order for our game to be a game, and to be able to design at an interesting level. We decided that everything would be cut table except for the ground, backgrounds, and foregrounds, the fake 3D objects, houses, etc., and the living beings, NPCs, animals, etc. We knew that many players would try to cut the living beings anyway, so we made a special cut animation for each of them to avoid player frustration. And for the other non-cuttable elements, they have a squared paper overlay to make them look a bit different from the rest of the world. The other big decision we had to make was for what purpose we would use the cutting mechanic. We could have designed gameplay revolving around puzzles and platforming. La Paper Mario, a Slip Eclipse, our Paper Guy could have been an explorer cutting his way through a jungle and shaping mountains to climb them. But we did not. We were far more attracted by the poetic drama and humor we could imbue our game with than by the potential challenge of the puzzles we could design with the cutting mechanic. We knew that this decision to make a feel-good game would not please everybody, but we are proud we managed to stick to it until the end, and that many people enjoyed our game and found it fresh and relaxing. The cutting mechanic gives a lot of power to the player. Even without design interaction, they can enjoy their impact on the world they are exploring. Every object can be cut, and it gives players the opportunity to have fun and to make their own story out of the game. They may enjoy thinking that Paper Guy is evil and likes to destroy people's stuff by breaking into their home. We like to think of Paper Guy as a clumsy character who destroys everything just because the only way he can interact with things is by cutting them. It makes room for fun situations, where the player can feel sorry about what they tried to cut, but also enjoy doing it. Sometimes, a game that offers you a great power, without challenging you to use it in any particular way, is all you need. It's Paper Die. It's a game that relies more on discovery and surprises than on challenge. Therefore, we deemed it important to put many optional interactions in the game to reward the curiosity of players who want to cut things just to see what happens. Some are more rewarding than others, from small bunnies and squirrels in the bushes that you can make go away, to people you can help in the village.